Regina Ryder, and today I want to show you how I prepare one of my favorite backpacking foods, sweet potatoes. First, I bake them with the skins on, nice and soft and smelling really sweet. And then I need to peel them. I do peel them, and I save all the skins and put them in the compost. Peel, and then I do one of two things. I can either mash them with a just hand masher. I just have one of the hand mashers. Takes a few minutes to mash to really get all of the lumps, but have fun with that. Nice and smooth. Now I'll tell you, I don't season my sweet potatoes before dehydrating and taking them out because I like to do that on the trail. It's one of my best ways with food is variety. So I change up my sweet potato seasoning when I'm on the trail. Salt, pepper, red pepper. I use herbs like dill or even basil. And sometimes I have them extra sweet like Thanksgiving and put maple syrup on them for breakfast. So I don't season them ahead of time. Now, another way to get the potatoes smooth for dehydrating is to go ahead and use a Cuisinart or some other mixer to get them really smooth. So I've got some in here, so blend them up. Get them a little creamier. Next step is to put the potatoes on the tray in the dehydrator. So here's my dehydrator. I have an Excalibur 9-tray dehydrator. Now at first that seems a little big, but it gets filled up fast when you're dehydrating food for a backpacking trip. So, another feature that is good about this one is that it does have a thermostat. So you can choose your temperature. For raw things, I use it low, about 105, but for these cooked potatoes, I'm going to turn up the heat. So, pull out a tray. I'm going to use the base and the grid, and then for this potatoes I will use a Teflon sheet. All these things come with the dehydrator. So first, let's go ahead and spread out our hand mashed potatoes. I think there's about 4 potatoes in here, so we just spread them out, looking for about 1/4 inch thick. Looks like we might have a few too many on here, but just now, if I have too many, just go ahead and put them back into the bowl. Fine if there are a few spaces in here. Looks like it's still a little thick there. Now, might be a few little, if there's pieces that aren't all the way mashed, I just put them in get them mashed up the next time. Okay, I think this sheet is ready. So that goes into the dehydrator. Now I'll pull out another sheet. You can see how these potatoes blended in the Cuisinart come out a little creamier, a little bit easier to spread, but you can choose. I can spread them all the way up to the edges of the sheet. Just want to get it even. Thinking of my delightful trail meals. Alright, I think that's good. Now I'll go ahead and fill up all the trays. Put the lid on. Now again, for anything that's already cooked, I want to turn up the temperature to 145, 150 to keep it from spoiling. So, we'll just leave them in here for 12 hours or so and come back later with our Thanksgiving on the trail in the dehydrator. Hi, it's Regina again. It's about 8 hours later. We've been dehydrating the sweet potatoes. So I'm going to check. Pretty sure they're ready. I've been checking them. So it's about 8 hours, just depending on the temperature and the thickness. So it's really not an absolute. You just have to check. So I'm going to turn it off and see what we got. So we've got our sweet potatoes, and they're looking a little curled up, and that's really great. So they're look like they're done enough, so but not quite. So what we're going to do is flip over the Teflon sheet and pull back the sheet. Now if it sticks and you get loose sticky potatoes, it's not ready. So put it back in until you can flip it over into this nice leather. Now I don't have a scientific way of testing the moisture, but I can feel that this isn't quite dry. It probably could work, but I'm going to put this in for another hour, 2 hours, just to really get it dry. So I've done the same thing with this one. Took it off, and now my leather is here. Again, this probably could work, but it feels just a little damp to me, so I'm going to put it in for a little longer. But I did another batch before, and this is kind of how it looks like when it's really done. So it feels really dry, and sometimes it's brittle, but I'm just going to fold it up. But I usually do this over a bowl because sometimes it's really dry and crispy like this piece was. But, so what I'm going to do is just put it in a Ziploc bag and take it to the trail. It's all ready to go. Sweet potatoes for the trail. Now what I do when I get to the trail, this is my bowl for rehydrating on the trail. I use a Ziploc bowl, so all I do is put some of my potato. Put my potato flakes in my Ziploc bowl. I just cover it with water, either cold water, hot water, boiling water, and I put my lid on, shake it up, and then I just carry this in my pack to rehydrate. So I think we're done. We've got some sweet potatoes ready for the trail to rehydrate for yummy, fantastic nutrition, calories. It's light, it's economical, it's tasty and nutritious. The Light 10 foods, fabulous foods for backpacking. So, see you for the next thing.